So yeah, 3-0 defeat today to Peterborough. Just what you take on the game and came 2 halves away.
Well, yeah, you've hit the nail on the head. Game of 2 halves. I thought first half with I would say our strongest team. I thought we was definitely more than a match. I think we was probably the better team. Really happy with the performances, the improvements that we made from the West Brom game was there to see. But then obviously second half we've got a lot of young players and then we've got Craig, who obviously is coming back, and then the fact that they've managed to change the whole team, you know, it's not an excuse. It's absolutely roasting. So the freshness that they brought had a big impact, and then some of our lads are just not quite up to speed at the moment. So I think it's an opportunity. The young players need to improve, both physically, which is expected to be, but also too many touches. You know, they're losing the ball in bad areas, so they need to improve. But again, we know we're there. We're talking about a team that's been promoted for the last 2 times they've been in League One. They're finishing the second half. You've got a lot of good players. Josh Knight and Frankie Kent are 2 good centre halves for League One level, and we've got, you know, young lads like Sonny Fish who are making their way in the game, and you know, at the very infancy of their career. So I'm really pleased with the first half. A little bit disappointed in the second half, but these reasons why. I think on the trip of a whole, it's been really good. And you know, we've worked in extreme heat, and the players have acquitted themselves really well. Their attitude has been great. We've made no excuses about the heat or whatever it may be. We've just got on with it, and they have worked really hard. The only negative things is we just picked up, you know, we've got probably 5 or 6 lads that would play today and picked up injuries, so that's the only negative.
Big positive though, you mentioned them coming on. Craig Clay in the second half, Dan Happe to begin with, massive boost.
Dan Happe was outstanding. For his first game in 6 or 7 months was outstanding. His distribution on the ball, the way that he stood across, the way that he complemented Omar, and then he's a big lad, he obviously can defend the box, and he's good aerially, so really pleased with him. I'll just congratulate him on his performance there and welcome him back. Craig was a little bit difficult because obviously he came into, he's not quite up to speed as much as Dan is, so he decided on giving him half an hour. He only came into a little bit more of a disjointed team, whereas Dan had obviously got into a team that has some kind of, you know, resemblance to what the start of our season team would be. So a bit more difficult for Craig, but I'm pleased with both have come through it, both are okay. So some really good performances. I'm happy with a lot of them.